guys. Yes, so good to have you here. I've been saying that I wanted to do a series on women in business who are doing well or who are doing their stuff well, and basically to bring value to you. You know, this page is about health, beauty, and lifestyle. And I'm going to do a health series with my friend, my sister, my blood, my everything, right? And I'll just have her introduce herself, and then we'll get down to business. So let's meet you.
Okay, I'm Patricia Oyewole. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I run Trish Foods. It's an outlet for wholesome and healthy foods. I also run Cream and Nuts Confectionaries. That's for the snacks part of it.
Business. Okay.
Yeah.
So my first question: what informed your decision to, go into this healthy side of life?
Okay, I'm just naturally drawn to healthy foods, healthy stuff, healthy living generally. Anything healthy. Once I hear that something is healthy, I'm just naturally drawn to it. During that MSG, monosodium glutamate, is not too healthy, and that's what makes a lot of the seasoning cheese we have challenging at first, because I was wondering how we're going to cope with eating foods without MSG to stay healthy, and that's how it started.
And how about the stress part of it? Because we're all hustling and busting, everybody's busy. How are you
So it became a thing of priority. So it's basically planning that having kids actually contributed.
Okay.
Because I wanted to have kids who are also really healthy.
Okay.
And actually, initially, when...
So let me also add, is there any family history as well, apart from just...
I lost my mom to breast cancer. So I knew that apart from other factors, I knew that food was also part of what would have contributed to her having breast cancer. So every time I'm reminded, if your mom ate a little healthier, probably
maybe
she
you would have
been.
And she used to actually do some healthy stuff too, yeah?
But there were some things we were eating that were not ideal.
I'm still trying to, so I'm like a semi-MSG
compromise.
I'm not fully compromised.
So
but I'm in that process.
So my mom first in this line of life. Okay, so I didn't initially think of having Trish Foods. I just wanted to eat and give my children healthy foods. Then I started spreading the news to friends and family. Take off and telling people about it. They would now ask me, so where do we get this research on how I can make those things available? And that's how it turned into a business.
How sugar impacts a child's livelihood, and how eating right also helps a child intellectually, and just as a rounded child.
Yes.
Can you just give us a brief?
Human being is made up of different body parts and organs. So for the purpose of this discussion, I'll just dwell on it. Because when you're talking about academics, there's no how it's not related to
the brain.
So funny enough, the brain is just about 2% of every human. So that's about 2%. The smallest unit of every human being. But that is the powerhouse. So I know that whatever you take in affects your brain one way or the other. That's why we should pay attention to what we eat and what we give our kids. If you want to have very smart and intelligent children, then you should. Our routine was like food and other activities. Children that have delayed milestones, and there's no way you won't confuse it for autism. Usually mixed.
One of all those two things that he takes to school that made them notice him.
Yes, I will. Yeah. So they just spotted him out, and I remember the very first time his teacher told me, Jaden's mom, why don't you give your son this? Felt I wasn't being dynamic with his food. That these things exist, but I don't want it for us. And she was like, wow, why? When I finished, she was amazed. So everything a child takes in affects the child one way or the other. A teacher, she told me that her son has actually been diagnosed with autism, and they told her, the very first day she went, they told her that if she could be deliberate about her son's food intake, it was going to help her a lot. So when she met me,
so food really has a
yes, they actually told her her son won't need medication.
Wow.
If
So
he
because
gets
autism
it.
is with a spectrum, and
Yes.
then he's probably from the lower spectrum.
Yes.
Oh, so there are things that food can actually, and we are here praying.
Not to just be looking down on us and saying you guys are just wasting your time. So actually there are some things, honestly, there are some things that don't need prayer. You don't need to pray about. The miracle is his food intake.
Wow. So at this point, I'll need to ask, what are these food that you have incorporated into your kids' meal that have, done this much for you?
Not far-fetched though.
I always say that the magic happens in your kitchen. A lot of times people, we spend time, we believe in drugs, we believe in, all these things, and all these other things that asides us taking time out to, do things, that are healthy. And most of the things that we're looking for in the hospital can actually be gotten in our kitchen, and we don't have to spend extra money.
That's how our forefathers lived.
Right.
There were no medicines in their time. Some things I incorporated and many things I took off. So you were asking me then. So let me start with some of the things I took off. So I took off packaged foods completely. Packaged foods completely, and then the ones I can produce myself, I produce them. So
you're going to share 2 recipes with us. There's one you shared with me. I tried it and I was wild. I got this comment when she was telling me how to make a chocolate spread, and then she was telling me I'll add nuts, and I was saying nuts in spread as I don't get it, and then I was like, oh, like Nutella. I had that eureka moment, and then these are actually things that I have in my kitchen, and I tried one, and guys, it was amazing. So she'll be sharing 2 recipes with us.
One of the recipes that I told her that I'll be sharing with us. Other things are too much sugar, too much excessive sugar, because one very common characteristic of an autistic child, a lot of them are really hyper, and
or ADHD, children with ADHD as well.
Yes. So I cut off sugar. We take sugar, but healthy sugars, natural sugars. We don't take processed sugar. That's the white sugar. We don't take white sugar. So examples of healthy sugars are dates palm, honey, jaggery. You can make sugar cane. Okay, let that be the second recipe. So you can use where you could get sugar cane from. So you just buy sugar cane. So you just buy sugar cane and into the wet part of your blender, the cup, the one that uses water. Put it there and just put it on, and it.
Are you serious?
That's the magic. And then you get the juice.
Okay.
Use the juice as sweetener.
Okay, so I can just refrigerate it and it can stay as long as
it's frozen.
Wow.
For as long as it's frozen.
An amazing time interviewing with you. I'm sure we're going to be doing other series of this.
I'll be glad.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
It was exciting. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did here.
Yes, we really did.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Until we come your way next time. It's Jerry TV and this is Street Foods. So I'll be putting her IG page on the description. Spices from her. She does them wholesome, very healthy.
The way God created them. That's what I always say.
Like healthy, no additional anything, because I don't trust people out there. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.